Alright, my darlings, and a happy new year, one and all. So, it's the end of 2017, and I think it was a little bit of a better year than last year. Admittedly, a lot of shit did happen this year, so I don't know if so much bad stuff's happened that I'm suffering from shock fatigue, or if it was a legitimately better year than last year, but quite frankly, I think anything was better than 2016, so yeah, there was some bad, but there was some good this year, and particularly for me, I think I've done a lot this year that I've really been wanting to do for a long time, and it came out in a way that I really am proud of, not to toot my own horn too much. So with that, what have I done this year? Well, I did a comparison of the film adaptations of one of the greatest children's books of all time, and drained about 45 minutes of your life while doing so, but hey, you gotta be thorough. I did another crossover episode on a subject that is probably one of the more obscure things I've ever done a review on, but it definitely got me a lot of views, that's for sure. I did my own perspective on TV shows that I wish would come back, and I did another perspective on a bunch of TV shows that I thought were rather unintentionally scary for children. I finally got to review my favourite animated movie and my favourite TV show from my childhood, which is something I've been wanting to do for a long time since I started doing reviews on this channel. And of course, most significantly, I finally managed to make Deadweight, my second short film and my first solo-made short film, and also being a heartfelt farewell to a friend of mine. So yeah, I've been pretty busy this year, and while admittedly there's been a bit of a lack of activity in terms of my review due to how so much of my year was taken up with making Deadweight, I think that both sides of those elements I've done with both my YouTube channel and my career in general have been pretty well done. I'm pretty happy with the way Deadweight turned out, and admittedly I know not a lot of people have seen it, and it is still up online for free if you are curious to check it out, but I think that the premiere that I had for the movie back in November was actually a really great moment for me. I've always wanted to do something like that, and while it was a bit low-key, it was still very enjoyable, and I tried to pull out all the stops that I could, and I had a good time, and I'd like to think the people who attended also had a good time. And yeah, I had a few less reviews than I normally do, but I did what I could, being, you know, so preoccupied with Deadweight, and now that that's out of the way, I should be able to do more reviews, and I should be able to get them to you a little bit quicker now, since I've now just bought a brand new computer, as my old one was really acting quite slow and was having trouble using some of the more intense programs like Final Cut Pro. So with a new one I'll now be able to use it a lot more efficiently, and I'll be able to edit things a lot more quicker now. And in terms of things that I enjoyed that I did not do this year, since this isn't all about me, here are some of my favourite video games that I've been doing this year. And for TVs and movies, these are my favourite of that category. So yeah, I admittedly know that there have been a lot of things happening this year that people are not particularly happy with, and admittedly I live every day with the dreading feeling that in this country I'm going to see some nuclear missiles passing overhead to go to a certain country in the West. Since, yeah, it's been pretty intense with certain you-know-who's coming into power and picking fights with people they probably shouldn't. But, you know, let's not focus on that too much. I mean, there has been a lot of good things happening this year. We shouldn't focus too much on the bad, because it just makes it seem like everything was just awful this year, and admittedly I can understand why some people think that it was like that, but I personally think there were some things that happened this year that at the very least made it a bit better than the last year, but granted that wasn't that much of a hurdle to climb, admittedly. But yeah, I hope you all had a great year, and I hope you will also have another great year in 2018, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.